Hi and welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a good day out there. We've got a good video for you today. We're going to talk, of course, about Ripple and Stellar and some hot topics fresh off the press. But before I begin, I want to address a couple things because we did have some requests by subscribers in the comments section. First and foremost, Hedera, HBAR. So I want to start by saying, look, I am extremely bullish on Hedera and the future of that project. I love HBAR and I hold HBAR. So with that being said, subscriber asked if I would put some content out about HBAR, and I fully intend to do so. But right now, a lot of things are heating up with both XRP and XLM. Of course, we're about to get into that. But I do love HBAR. You know, I do love Quant. We had some requests with Quant as well. So HBAR, Quant, of course, you know, I love Algorand, and we're going to talk about them a little bit more. Quick note on Algorand. Someone recently said Algorand is a scam. Algorand works with some of the biggest institutions, some governments, you know, some of the biggest universities in the world. So we really got to do our research before we start calling things scams, because that is essentially what pulls this market apart, is when people do not do their full due diligence and understand what a good project is versus a bad project. Because as we sit here, you know, with 10 to 20,000 tokens and most not making it, we have to understand what the good projects are. And my personal opinion, Algorand is a top 10 coin bar none for sure. So let's get straight into this. Harvard. Now, I know that I wasn't, or am not rather, the first person to talk about this, but this is something I don't want to just graze over, because this is a very big deal about the Harvard report that came out about Ripple and Stellar, in which they stated that these two cryptocurrencies are going to lay the infrastructure, the groundwork, to be the backbone of the payment systems of the future. So I've got a couple notes here. I just want to go over them real quickly so I make sure I don't forget anything for you all. It said, Harvard report explains how Ripple and Stellar can facilitate faster settlements, CBDCs worldwide. So we already understand, right, the amount of speed these transactions can come in is like lightning fast, right? So we get a lot of volume done and we get it fast and secure. So Ripple's XRP and Stellar Lumens have thus the go-to choice, and this is the big takeaway here, is the go-to choice for international business, cross-border payments, right? So although the SEC has had this major battle, right, with Ripple, they've had this major battle with Ripple, other market players do see value and have seen value. Harvard University recently published a report, this report that basically said, you know, the US dollar can have a pathway through the utilization of the networks of Ripple and Stellar. And again, they've already become implemented all over the world in different countries and have shown and proven to work. So absolutely huge deal. You know, the report talked about blockchain technology and how the maturity of it can, at this point, can easily handle fiat in a digital format. The report also mentioned, you know, Ripple and Stellar have seen growing acceptance on not just international business, banks, adoption with governments, adoption, financial institutions. So it just goes on and on, highlights Ripple and Stellar. Those are the two networks, those are the two platforms that it focused on. They can facilitate these CBDCs in lightning speed. They can use that AI and machine learning. They can leverage that, right? So finally, I just want to wrap this up by saying major economies across the world are gearing up to launch central bank cryptocurrencies. We understand that, right? We just did a video the other day in which we talked about 94 countries out there are working on CBDCs one way or another, whether they're pilot phase, whether they're launch phase, whether they're in development right here in the United States. And the Harvard report actually covered that, and that's why they mentioned Ripple and Stellar. You know, they have the ability to do it right here with the US digital dollar. And so these two cryptocurrencies, I mean, obviously this isn't financial advice. I never give you financial advice, but the writing is on the wall, and every single day legit reports come out from the finest universities in the world stating these networks that are already working with governments, already working with countries, already working with huge corporations, have the ability to make this work. So why would these governments, and we all know how slow governments can work, why would they try to recreate something that's already there, that's already proven to work? So I just want to touch on that. Now, another subscriber recently said, could you start doing these longer content videos? And look, I do 2 to 3 minute videos every once in a while when I have a quick thought I want to get out, because look, if I do a bunch of Twitter tweets, and you can follow me at Molt Money on Twitter, it's not going to have or hold a stick, a candle in the wind, I should say, compared to actually doing a video and talking to you in a trustworthy, organic, genuine way. And that's what I always try to do. You can tell that my videos are not edited, probably should do a little bit of editing, but I'd like to just get the information out there. This individual said, hey, can you do longer videos, longer content? And yes, the answer is I will, and I'm going to try to focus on building out longer videos for you all and combine some of the information fundamentally that I'm seeing. But needless to say, I appreciate everyone's support of this channel. You have no idea how much just hitting that like button really does help